Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and to this unboxing video for the Boeing HC-1 helicopter from Airfix. Before we get into the actual unboxing, just want to apologise for the last video, and that's because this little fella got in the way of the camera, got in the way of the camera shots. While I was putting on the decals for the Jeep, so I do apologise for that. It won't happen again, and I'll make sure that this is out of camera shot next time when I put some decals on. Okay, so apology over. Let's get into the meat and vegetables of unboxing the Boeing HC-1 Boeing Chinook HC-1 in 1/72 scale from Airfix. Okay, we got some. So we got the box here. Okay, lovely bit of artwork. Okay, you got your main subject here. You got a container ship here. This is obviously taken in the South Atlantic at the time of the Falklands War. Okay, code number is A06023. On this end, you've got. On this side, you've got your warnings as well, and it is licensed by Boeing, and you've got your decals by Cartograph, and it is a 2024 tooling. Okay, so, and the end. Each end of the box is replicating the artwork on the top. Right, so let's flip it over. Get my craft knife out. I've not been inside this. It's been in my stash for quite a while, but I've not opened it up, so here we go. And we get one bag of sprues. Set of decals, and you get your set of instructions there. So okay, and just a note. Yeah, so that's all we've got in there. Okay. Right, you've got on the front page, you've got the all the gump about the helicopter, different languages in English, French, and German on the front here. It tells you to wash the sprues or the frames in soapy water, and it also says that some parts in the kit may not be numbered to build the model. May not be required to build this model specified. So and you've also got more languages here: English, in Spanish, and Swedish as well. You've also got your assembly instructions as well in different languages, and your assembly icon instructions as well at the bottom of the page. So in step 1, we're going through the cabin. Okay, and these is instructing us to go and cut off the ejector pins. We'll have a look at that as soon as we open up the box, as soon as we open up the bag of sprues. And then we're putting on something here. Going to be putting on the instrument panel here. We're doing the bulkhead, and then that all goes onto here. Continuing on with the cockpit, we're going to be putting the seats in, and once again we'll be asked to go and cut off the ejector pins. Here we're also going to be putting together the seats, and it tells us to go and paint the seats in black as well. So I think probably the best thing for me to do is to paint the whole of the cockpit in black. Okay, and then the seats go into the cockpit, and then you put also the control sticks in black as well. And then so 13 steps on page 3 altogether. Once again, it's just telling us to get rid of the ejector pins there. All right, so it's a lot of cutting already. On page 4, we're putting in the seats, and we're also looking at getting doing some drilling here as well. And then we're going to be in step 17. We'll look as if we're going to be putting on what looks to be a winch. I don't know if that's going to be a winch or not, but we shall soon find out. Okay, and it's also good telling us to be doing a bit of drilling here, as is in steps 18 and 19, to be using these purple bits here. I think they're jigs, and from what I've seen on YouTube, in different reviews on YouTube, these bits here are jigs. Moving on, we again cut out these bits in steps 20, okay, and 22, with both of this underside panels in the main area. We cut these out again, and it's the same in step 22, and so just basically 20, 21, 22 and 23 is just basically repeating of what we've already done. And then in step 24, we attach the cockpit and the loading area to the fuselage. Okay, and then we put the fuselage halves together. Sorry, I've got a bit of a tickly cough at the minute, so just bear with. Okay, so yeah, and then we fuse the fuselage all together. And then in step 26, we've got the bottom of the aircraft, and it tells us that we're going to be drilling some holes here. All right, and then we'll be putting that on the underside of the aircraft using the locator pins. So that's good. In step 28, you've got this part here, is D1, which is the jig. Okay, then so we'll be putting that, and it's asking us not to glue it, because what we're going to be doing here, we are going to be drilling some holes. Okay, again, so 0.7, 0.8, and so 0.7 at the front there, and 0.8 for this one here. And then in step 30, and you can see this, and then in step 30 we'll be putting on plates for the rotors. Okay, you've also got a little bit here which cover up that seam line, which will, so again, that's great. Now, this is where it gets a little bit different, because you'll be putting together the engines. So if you're doing the A scheme, so you put the engines together, okay, port assembly, starboard assembly, that kind of stuff. So when you come to do the filters, so when you do the filters, so if you're doing the A scheme, it says that when doing the A scheme with conical filters, follow steps 34 to 39 below, and miss out steps 40 to 45, and carry on from step 46 on page 8. Okay, so, but when you're doing the B scheme with the dust filters, you miss out steps 34 to 39 and carry on from step 40. So I've a good mind to actually miss out this section here and go from step 40, because because I'll be wanting to do the B scheme. Okay, so and it tells you here, and it tells you to and it tells you the in the steps what's it tells you in the steps to follow for whichever scheme you're doing. Okay, so all right. So you get a choice. Okay, so from step 46, we're putting on the landing gear and the wheels, okay, and so on and so forth. And then, so that's the landing gear. Then when it comes to step 35, you've got a choice. You can either have the ramp closed, or you can have the ramp half open, or you can have the ramps with fully deployed as well. So it's sure. So I love it. You're just getting the choice of what you want to do. So So there you go. We turn over the page. We're coming on to the clear parts. Okay. This is page 9 now. Coming on to the clear parts, and we're already over half, what appears to be halfway. Okay. So there you go. And again, you've got the and again here in step 59, you've got the choice with the door. You can have the door closed, or you can have the door half open or fully open. So it's brilliant. Well done, Airfix, for that. And on page 10, again you got you've got options. Okay, for because you're putting in the small detail. So again you've got the you've got options here. So and it tells you if whatever scheme you're doing, you follow that particular option. And my guess is that is going to be the width. That's going to be a wedge. It's got to be. Right, and it tells you to go and put it here in step 68, and you're putting it all together in the first place. So there we go. On page 11, you're putting in the antennas. You're putting on the antenna as well. So that's really good. Okay, and by this stage, you'll have put the clear parts already in. And then on page 12 you're putting on you're assembling the rotor blades. Okay, so there we go. And so now the colour schemes. Okay, so scheme A, you've got Boeing HC-1, so Boeing Chinook HC-1, Bravo November, number 18 Squadron, Royal Air Force, Operation Corporate, Falkland Islands, South Atlantic, May, June 1982. That was the time of the Falklands conflict, and I remember that well, because I was forever watching news reports on ITN and BBC, watching the news coverage of that, and well, and if we just turn over the page, you've got your positioning of your stencil data. There's loads of them here. Okay, so and so there you go. And on this page you've got, and I'm going to be doing this scheme. Okay, I can't be bothered with all that stencil data. Okay, so so that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, I'm going to be doing this colour scheme. So you got your colour callouts. Desert. So you got your desert sand here. I do have a sand coloured spray paint, so I'll just have to do it like that. So here you got number 7 Squadron, Operation Granbury, Desert Storm, Gulf Region, May 1991. Okay, so there you go. and I'll also be using my paint pens for AK paint pens as well on the. Okay, so there we go, and that's it. That's the instructions. Right, let's have a look at the sprues. Okay, there's nothing like the feel of it. The opening of a bag of fresh plastic. So we have one bag of clear parts and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 double 5 plastic sprues and 1 double sprue. Okay, so there's and I did hear that there was no frame A, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. So let's have a look at each of the sprues in total. So frame B. Okay, there's frame B, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, this is frame B. As I say, there's no frame A, so, and here you've only just got one half of the fuselage. So let's have a look. Okay. Okay, so the detail on this, as always, is excellent. There you go. Right, the panel lines there, really good. And so there we go. That is frame B. This is frame D, and I've got the other half of the fuselage here. Raised rivets. There you go. Wow. Well, there we go. Look at that. And here's the jig that they tell you to use. Okay. And also, I quite like this as well, because I had this when I did the Casey, so I don't have to go and do any taping up of frames to tell me which frame I need to go to. So that's a good thing. So so yeah, that's really good, and that is frame D. Okay, this is frame F, and you've got your rotor blades here as well, engine parts and rotor spinners as well. And you've also got this bit here that goes over the top. Now, if I stand it up, I'll just do that. There you go. You can see that the rotor blades. You can see that the rotor blades actually droop. Okay, so they're raised here, and it just literally follows all the way down here. Okay, so there we go. That is frame F. Okay, we've got frame C and excuse me, we've got frame C, and we just go in here, detail shows up really nice. There we go. And we've got the ramp here as well. So there we go. Now if we turn it over, you remember when I said, let me just go and get my craft knife. You remember when we were going through the instructions that it needs to go and cut out, it needs to cut these out, these injector pins out. It looks as if they've already been done for you. Okay. So let's have a job to worry about there, but we still have to file them down so that we can get a nice snug fit. And it's the same. So that was our frame C, by the way. It's the same on frame E, because if you have a look here, if I just turn it over, you've got the same here. Look, on the underside. So you do need to go and cut those little bits off. And so here you got to cut it off. So there and there and there as well. So you got to cut these bits off, file them down. Okay, so while we're at it, let's have a look at frame. I forgot what frame E. So you got your detailing on the flooring of the main cabin. You got your bulkhead here. You got a seating. Look at that. That looks as if it might be coming off, but you have to be a bit careful there. You got the back of the ramp as well, the back end of the aircraft there as well. And you got the ramps there as well. Okay. And these are the jigs. These are the jigs, okay, that you use to drill your holes out on the. Okay, and you got the back end of the bulkhead there as well. So, and we're back onto the seating for this side. So let's have a look. See if it's at. Yeah, you got ejector pin marks on the back of the seats there, but that's not going to worry, because it's not going to get seen. But as I say, you do need to get these off, do these raised ejector pins off as well. Okay, and that is frame E. Okay, so you've got frames G and H here, and these are all the small details as well. So there you go. You got what looks to be your winch there. These are the small parts really. So that's your crew door, I think, there. You've got your control panel coming into view there. Your conical filters there if you're doing scheme A, and this is the door. Here's the top of the door. Again, you've got your conical filters there as well for scheme A. And also dust filters there for the scheme B. And we move on to frame H. These are all your antennas. Just be a bit careful because you've got two bits here that look as if they might be coming off, so just be a bit careful there. You've got a winch hook. And you've got all the other bits and pieces there. To go on the underside of the aircraft as well. Okay, so there you have it. You've got frames G and H. Okay, we've got onto the clear parts now. These can make or break a kit, really, can't they? So, okay, there we go. Let's have a look. So there you go. I don't like this. The way that this has been attached. I don't know whether if I'm meant to actually bend it or to get it off, or to cut it off, or what. So, but yeah, you got these look really good, really crisp. Wow, but it's this bit here I'm a bit worried about because there's a bit of flash there, and as I say, I don't know whether if I've got to bend it to get that off. I don't know, but we'll soon see about that when we come to it. Okay, so there's all the clear parts. Well guys, that's it for this unboxing video, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I'm certainly looking forward to putting it all together, and so yeah, just also at the time of filming this, because I'm actually filming this on the Saturday. Sunday is Remembrance Sunday, and we'll be remembering war dead. So so let's remember those who have fallen during service for our country. Okay, so there we go. So as I say, thanks a lot. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up, why don't you? Also comment, subscribe and share the video, please, because it all helps to grow the channel. So in the meantime, I'll see you on Wednesday for part 1 of the building of the Boeing Chinook HC-1. I'll see you soon guys. Bye bye.